Hi everyone, Emily Gibbons here from Wordless Builder, Literacy Nest. Let's say you want to use Wordless Builder for some themed activities, maybe for a certain holiday, a certain time of the year. There's a way to do that. So we're going to go through how to make the folder, not using the search engine, add words into the folder that you might already have, some themed words, build a template from scratch, make a game, and then how to put that into Google Slides to play it if you were going to play it online. Just print it out and play it if you're doing it in person too. Either way. Okay, so I'm in Wordless Builder, and the first thing I'm going to do is add a new folder. I had some words that I had some easier holiday words, and then I wanted a few more. I wanted another holiday folder with some more challenging words. So I'm going to just name it Holiday Part 2. Click Add Folder. Folder created successfully. Okay, I have my folder. All right. Holiday Part 2, but it's empty. I haven't added any words to it yet. Okay. Now, the search engine in Wordless Builder doesn't have a holiday search term. So, but the words are in there. So you might just have a list of holiday themed words that you've come up with that you like to use just from looking up maybe in a word search book or something like that. But this is how I would do it. So I'm going to go to New Templates. Click on that. Template selection comes up. I'm going to just start with a square. The square template, select that. Create word template is next. Okay. Now, this is the template engine. Once you're there, you'll notice this is blank. There's nothing there. Okay. Now we're going to add our words in. So how do I do that? I'm going to click on the plus sign. And then I want to find my Holiday Part 2 folder. Okay. Holiday Part 2 is empty. I don't have anything there. So these are the words I'm going to add. I'm just going to use my little list. I wrote on a sticky note. Candy. Holly. Mary. Joy. Happy. So it's finding them in the database as I type them into this little search bar. Frosty. Jolly. Notice that it's keeping track of how many words I'm adding in too. So far I have 7. Okay, I'm going to add tree. Okay. All right. So now it says I have 8 words, right? I'm going to use 8 words. So now I am going to click and drag the words in. All right. So I'm going to take it, and you might not see the motion that I make. Just sometimes in Zoom it doesn't really show, but I am going to click on the yellow word card and drag it into the template. Drag and drop. Tree. Jolly. Frosty. Happy. Joy. Mary. Holly. Candy. You can move them around however you want. Okay, so all my words are in there. Let's say you had a last minute change. You didn't want one word. Just click on a cell. Say you want joy to be joyful. Change it to joyful. Click update. Now it's joyful. Okay. I want to change it back. Click on the cell. This little white pop-up box comes up. Change it back to joy. Joy. Okay. So anytime you need to do that, just click on a cell and update however you want from there. Okay? All right. So I've got my words. Now I'm going to check on the header and the footer. I'm going to take those away. There. So that's what it looks like. Change my text a little bit. I'm going to align and make sure they're centered. I'm going to change my font. Okay. There are my words. I can print them out if I want, and I will show you if I print that right now. Okay. Let me close out of this though. I need to move myself over. Sorry. Okay. You can save it as an image and copy and paste it into Google Slides. Save it as a PDF. You do want to click save though. So save. All right. And I think it just came out. Yeah. Here we go. All right. So there's my printed version. Okay. All right. And then we'll move on to the next part. So this time I am going to make a game out of the same words. So let me X out of that. Going to click on change template. It's going to just take the words and put them into some other template that I choose. Change template. Okay, change template comes up. Here we go. I'm going to make a game out of it, and I'll explain why. Interactive games. All right. I think I will do slots. Click on that one. And I'll explain why I chose that. Okay. Change template. Okay. Now, here's the deal. These are the words that are going to be in the slots game. Check your game by hitting preview. And that is also how you'll get your game link. Okay. So here, I click on that, spin. So what's going to happen is this is how we're going to play with the grid template. We're going to use the slot machine to randomly select the word. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is just grab this link. And here's the link right here. So after I click preview, then you'll see this special link right here. Click copy. Okay. Let me move this down. And then I'm going to open up a new browser tab and paste it in. And the game comes up. Okay. And you can play it that way. All right. So now I have my game and I have my grid. Okay. I'm going to go back and get my grid. Okay. So I've done that. Go back here. All right. And next, I'll show you how to put that into Google Slides. Hey, everyone. So I have my template. Now I'm going to take an image of this. Okay. And I'm going to, so I just downloaded it as an image. I'm going to copy it. If you're on a Mac, your copy paste function, I think, is a little bit different. So just check what that is. Okay, so I'm going to copy. And I have a Google Slide presentation here. I'm going to make a different one. Change. No, you know what? I'll keep it. I'll keep it as is. I was just thinking about something else. Okay, so it's all right. Okay, so there are my words. Notice I only have 8. So you might, for planning purposes, you might want to have more words than that, but just for this example, there are the words. Okay, so here's something that I thought would be kind of fun. Okay, and so when you're in a Google slide presentation, you can insert little clip art. So when you click on insert, go to image, and then go search the web. All right, and I'm going to type in, let me just move this out of the way here. Sorry. Bow. All right, well, let's find a bow, and I don't want a bow and arrow that comes up. Let's see if I can find a good bow. Here we go. Here's a bow. All right, so we'll choose that. Whoop, sorry. Insert. All right, so then I'm just going to crop it down a little bit because I don't want all that white to show up, and I'll explain why, just so it doesn't cover everything. Okay, so there. All right, so I cropped it down. I clicked on that little square up there. It says crop image, just so I don't have so much white space around it. Sometimes that happens when you look for clip art online. Okay, so I've got a nice little clip art bow. I'm going to size it down a tad. Okay, so why do I have a bow? Well, if we remember, I'm going to turn this into a game. I have my slot game over here, right, with the words, and I have this template with the words. Now I'm going to make multiple copies of this purple bow. All right, so I'm going to just make a bunch of little bows here. Okay, that way my students can click and drag the bow. And how would I do that? I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play with the slot machine using the template, and the bow would cover the word. Okay. All right, so let's go on to that next part. And here I am in the last phase. So what I've done is I've split screen the slots game with the template in Google Slides. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. All right, I'm going to click spin. Holly. Okay, so the student would read Holly. Okay, so to add a few layers to that in the student's learning of the word, maybe you have them talk about the meaning of holly, like where might you see holly? In a wreath, there might be red berries with it, comes from a bush, things like that. And then maybe have them give the word holly in a sentence or show them a picture. All right, and then let them click and drag the bow to cover holly. All right, we'll spin again. Let's see what we got. Tree. Okay, so we'll talk about the word tree. Talk about different types of trees, putting it in a sentence. Talk about how, can you find the vowel team? What is it? And what does it say? It says long E, E. Okay, so, and then they can cover it. Tree on their grid. Spin again. There's a few things you can do with these words. Okay, this is a good example. So they would read frosty. Oh, what's the base in frosty? Frost. So why is what? Why is a suffix? Describing, right? So not just, we're not talking about frosty, the proper noun here. What is the Y saying? It's saying E. I would also encourage you that even though students, are actively maybe clicking the slot button and they're clicking and dragging the bows, they should still have that whiteboard. Have them practice writing it, saying the letter names out loud. So you still have the written practice, still have the multi-sensory layer in there, okay? Before you let them add the bow. All right, So we add the bow to Frosty. All right, so you get the idea. Um, and you just keep playing until you fill the whole grid up with bows, and ta-da! That's the game. All right, so I hope that gives you some ideas for how to use Wordless Builder with a holiday theme. Have a great day.